Indianapolis recorded 245 total homicides in 2020, surpassing the 2017 previous high of 179. WRTV's Stephanie Wade speaks with a group working to change the narrative in some of our most vulnerable neighborhoods and highlights the need to address circumstances and environments surrounding youth involved in gun violence.
We lost a few students this year to gun violence. The year before, we lost several.
2020 was the deadliest year in the Circle City, with a recorded 245 homicides.
It's hard to explain because it's been my whole life. So,
I mean, I'm 37, and it's hard for me each time. I can't imagine being 15 and losing 7 friends in one calendar year.
The director of engagement at Voices Corporation, an arts-based youth center organization founded 10 years ago to enhance the lives of some of the most vulnerable youth in Indianapolis.
Literally, all I know, literally growing up, seeing everybody in my family that sell drugs or stealing or being in the gang, you feel me? And it's literally just been generational. It's been my grandparents and then my parents.
Austin Juarez was shot in the leg during an altercation in May.
I seen a lot of people, a lot of friends die just trying to make money. Whether it was good or bad, that's all they were trying to do. They were just trying to make money, trying to survive, trying to live like everybody else, like you and me.
He says instead of letting it get him down, he used it to motivate him for better. Now working to get his GED with the help from staff at Voices.
Make sure that they don't, internalize that or manifest that into delinquency or depression. You don't see a lot of people in the community who understand that. Like, a lot of people pass that external judgment. They see the news articles and they're like, well, these kids shouldn't have guns. These kids shouldn't be doing that. But you also have to understand some of these kids, and just to be honest, if they didn't have a gun, they would be the next breaking news headline. I have a student who his best friend was shot and killed in front of him, and he held him as he died and then found out that bullet was intended for him. How do you make that kid put his gun down?
Despite the violence, Voices ensures kids have a safe space with them. They affirm their experiences and emotions and make sure they know they're supported.
My whole life has been the same thing. A bunch of people say they want to help. They want me to change, see different in me. And it's always the same, you feel me, BS. It's the same route. You feel me? They support for a little bit, you feel me, and then give up.
Violence is not going anywhere. But what we can do is we can look at our students, look at the ones who have had the most interaction with violent situations, and try to do our best to remove them from that and put them in positions of power and privilege.
In a year highlighting such divide, Brandon Randall says it's time we look at why gun violence is happening and allow youth to share their voices.
We strategically put young people in places where they're leading the discussions. They're the ones drafting policy and proposing solutions.
Stephanie Wade, WRTV.
Voices has a leadership development program where students go through 6 weeks of community engagement, identity, and image and conflict resolution topics. They are working to expand this program by going to different apartment complexes and community centers. If you know of any neighborhood or area that could use the resources, contact them online, and they'd love to organize a leadership program in your community.